Dr. Jem Thomas Barry, CARDI's country representative for Grenada. We have just concluded on a 3-day workshop, which I think was a very successful workshop. White potatoes is one of the crop that we're looking to commercialize, not only commercialize, but grow here in Grenada because of the high inputs that we import. And we are pleased to have Mr. Alvin Murray, who is a white potato expert. And we are pleased to have this workshop with, in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture, with a wide range of stakeholders. So we also had people from the input suppliers, we had people from the supermarkets, we have people from the Food and Nutrition Council, the farming community as well, of course the agronomy team and the extension team. So it was a really nice range of people across the value chain.
So white potatoes and why now? White potato is not traditionally associated with Caribbean agriculture. The crop, as we know, the agronomists will tell you, it thrives in kind of temperate countries. That is where this crop started, even in places like Peru, which has a lot of temperate zones. That is where this crop really thrives and does best. So it's susceptible to a host of pests and disease, late blight, early blight, both of which require careful and informed management. Yet, thanks to work that has been done in Jamaica, in Cuba to a large extent, and to Dominica as an example in the OECS, white potato cultivation has been showing some signs of progress.
One of the outcomes of this training or the consultancy is to determine the agronomic potential of growing white potato in Grenada. So we did a deep dive looking at the crop, the climatic condition that is required to grow that crop. Do we have that kind of climatic condition here? Where are the ideal locations on island for producing the crop? So we know that white potato is a temperate crop, so it normally grows in temperate countries. However, there are tropical varieties that have been bred over the years that could be grown sufficiently or adequately in tropical countries like ours.
For me, I have learned a lot from the ground preparation, the furrowing, the spacing of the potatoes to plant, the covering of the potatoes, and a most important thing, the depth at which we place the potato to plant it. We also learn about the treatment of the white potato, and it's very intriguing because in Grenada we consume a lot of white potatoes, and if we can grow potatoes in Grenada to supply a fraction of it and supply healthy ones, then we know that we're moving in the right direction.
During the last few days, we learned quite a lot from our presenter, Mr. Alvin Murray. He has proven that he is very, very knowledgeable about white potato production, and we were able to learn quite a lot from him. So right now, I am looking really forward to put into practice the things that he has given us, the information, so that we'll be able to produce our own white potatoes and also by extension process foods from white potatoes as well.
Training was real good, excellent, I feel happy I come in, and then making the beds, planting the potato 12 inches apart and covering it, and it was real good. I don't regret coming here.
I mean, they have been doing it in countries like Jamaica and doing well, St. Lucia and Dominica. So now we know that we are further in the south, and we have a little bit a difference in terms of the microclimate, so we're looking at the potential in terms of that. We also looked at the agronomy, as I said, looked at land preparation, planting techniques, fertilization techniques, harvesting, so all aspects of the production of the crop. And as I mentioned, we worked with and we invited our stakeholders. So we had the input suppliers, so we were able to discuss with them, do we have or would we be able to provide the inputs necessary to grow the crop in a sustainable manner?
And this is what we needed if we really want to develop a really successful white potato sector. So the workshop was very successful, and I'm very pleased with the outcome, even with the number of farmers that came and participate. We, CARDI, as a research institution, we are partnering with the Ministry of Agriculture to do some trials. We actually have 3 stations that we're looking to do the trials right here at the Grand Bay Estate. We're also looking to do one at the Maribor station and also one at the Mardi Gras station. We have 2 varieties that we'll be looking at, so we'll be following some of the principles that we learned here during the workshop and just comparing the different produce across the different agroecological zones. And of course, we as a research institution as well, we are looking to bring in even other varieties and do some other varieties in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture and other stakeholders like IICA and of course the farming community.
So I think this new initiative represents a fresh start that we could apply the science, we could apply the economics to it, and then we could make a more meaningful impact on the production of this crop. Okay. So we need a united approach for food system transformation.
I say it's a plus. I'm very excited to start my white potato farming, and the training was exemplary. The presenter, he gave us in-depth information that we could understand. We also did a session on pricing and all of that, so we know basically what we're getting into and what it entails. But I look forward to white potato farming.